What if your AirPods case could actually talk back to you or even show your favorite wallpaper right on the front? Sounds a little wild, doesn't it? But here's the thing. Apple's next generation of AirPods Pro might just be the biggest leap we've ever seen yet, and the leaks suggest we're about to see something that feels futuristic. Stick around with me because there's a lot to cover. And by the end of this video, you lines know why these earbuds could make even Apple's most expensive headphones feel seriously outdated. So let's start with this. Apple has been following this strange but steady rhythm with the AirPods Pro. The first generation dropped in 2019, then 3 years later, in 2022, we got the second generation. And now, once again, 3 years later, here we are in 2025. The timing lines up almost perfectly, and the word is that September 9th could be the day Apple pulls back the curtain on the AirPods Pro 3, 6 years since the original. 3 years since the last upgrade, and if history is anything to go by, this year is the year. Now when it comes to design, the rumors are pretty interesting. We might see a smaller stem. Some even whisper about Apple removing the stem entirely, though that feels unlikely. Without it, you'd lose the simple swipe controls for volume and playback. And really, the stems have become part of the AirPods' identity. What seems more realistic is that the earbuds themselves become slightly smaller, maybe a touch lighter, so they're even more comfortable. And that's impressive because the AirPods Pro 2 are already some of the most comfortable earbuds I've ever worn. But the case, that's where things start getting exciting. If you've seen the new AirPods 4, you know Apple moved the pairing button to the front and swapped the little clicky button for a touch-sensitive one. Expect that look to make its way to the Pro 3 case too, but here's the juicy bit. Apple actually filed a patent back in 2022 for a case with a tiny interactive touchscreen. Imagine opening your case and being able to adjust volume, skip songs, or even set a custom wallpaper right there. Some cheap knockoffs on Amazon have already faked this, but if Apple does it for real, it could change the way we think about AirPods cases. Will Apple split it into two versions, one with the screen and one without? Maybe. Personally, I'd love to see it because that's the kind of fun, futuristic Apple move that gets people talking. Inside, powering everything, will be a brand new H3 chip. This is where the real magic happens. The current H2 chip is already impressive, managing noise cancellation, transparency mode, and adaptive audio. But H3 is expected to be faster, smoother, and much more efficient. What does that mean for you? Quicker switching between devices, better battery life, lower latency for gaming, and possibly even support for the next level of Bluetooth. And here's something to think about. Apple's AirPods Max, which cost $549, are still running on the old H1 chip from 6 years ago. If the AirPods Pro 3 show up with H3, the Max will suddenly feel ancient. But the H3 chip might not just be about sound, it could also unlock health features. Imagine your AirPods monitoring your heart rate or even checking your temperature while you wear them. That's not science fiction. Apple already released Powerbeats with heart rate tracking earlier this year, so the foundation is there. Temperature sensing could even be more accurate than what the Apple Watch currently offers because it's measured inside the ear instead of on your wrist. That's huge, of course. Sound is still the core reason people buy these. From what's been leaked, the sound quality is getting another step up. Now, don't expect the massive jump we had going from the first generation to the second. That was night and day, but we should see cleaner highs, deeper lows, and even more detail. Noise cancellation is rumored to be much stronger this time, cutting out even more background sounds. Transparency mode, which is already best in class, might feel so natural you forget you're wearing earbuds at all. And adaptive audio, including conversation awareness, should react faster and more intelligently. You start speaking and the AirPods adjust instantly. Battery life is also set to improve. The Pro 2 gave us 6 hours on a single charge. The Pro 3 are expected to reach 7, maybe even 8. With the case, that could push total listening time up to 40 hours. which is impressive for something this small. Charging is of course USB-C and MagSafe, and we might even see the ability to charge the case just by snapping it to the back of the new iPhone 17 Pro. Imagine topping up your AirPods on the go straight from your phone. Now the big question, price. For years, Apple has held steady at $249 for the Pro line. And the good news is that all signs point to the same price again. No increases, at least for now. Given tariffs and inflation, that's actually a win. So when you put it all together, what do we get? A sleeker design, a smarter case that could one day double as a touchscreen remote, a powerful new H3 chip, health tracking straight from your ears, stronger noise cancellation, richer sound, longer battery life, all for the same $249 price point. Honestly, this could be Apple's boldest leap yet with AirPods Pro. They're not just earbuds anymore. They're shaping up to be mini health devices, smart assistants, and audio powerhouses all rolled into one. And that leaves me with one question for you. Are you ready to upgrade, or will you hold onto what you already have? If you enjoyed this deep look into what's next, tap that like button, it really helps. And hit subscribe because the moment these AirPods Pro 3 are out, I'll be bringing you hands-on coverage and real-world testing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.